The Armenian Prime Minister says he has signed a deal with the leaders of Azerbaijan and Russia to end the conflict in Nagorno-Karabakh. Nikol Pashinyan promised to disclose details in the coming days, but described the deal as inexpressibly painful. Russian peacekeepers are expected to be deployed to patrol the front lines. A number of ceasefire agreements, of course, have been brokered before, but all failed. About 1,000 people have been killed during 6 weeks of fighting.
Protesters have entered government buildings in the Armenian capital after its prime minister ordered an end to fighting with Azerbaijan over the Nagorno-Karabakh region. In a Facebook post, he said an agreement has been signed with the presidents of Azerbaijan and Russia to stop the conflict, which started in September. Thousands have been killed in the fighting in the disputed territory, which is recognised as part of Azerbaijan, but populated by ethnic Armenians. And Lord Kilclooney has been accused of racism after he described the new Vice President-elect, Kamala Harris, as the Indian. The former deputy leader of the Ulster-Unionist Party has been told to apologise and retract his tweet, but insisted there was nothing racist in his message. He had previously had to delete a tweet describing the then Irish Prime Minister, Leo Varadkar, as a typical Indian.
Living under tough restrictions has had a huge impact on our lives, and it is fitting that lockdown has been named Word of the Year by Collins Dictionary. The pandemic is the dominating theme in the top 10, with phrases like key worker, self-isolate and social distancing. And Make-a-Sit, referring to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex stepping down from royal duties, also made the list.
Wasn't Brexit Word of the Year last year?
Probably, wasn't it? Yeah.
Brexit, and then, what was it, lockdown? I can't remember what you said.
I said lockdown. Remember?
Lockdown. You mentioned all those other words. I've quite forgotten already.
We are social distancing. Remember that one?
I know.
Things that we didn't know.
Remember, if you see old pictures or watch old footage where we used to sit,
it seems
so weird.
Shocking, doesn't it?
It does, yes. Never again. Never again.
Let's catch up with the weather. Some good things, Carol. Let's catch up with the weather.
Morning.
Should we have a look at the papers this morning? And not surprisingly, they are dominated by one story this morning, that breakthrough we've been talking about in the development of a vaccine for coronavirus. A little bottle of hope is the headline in the Mirror, which says Britain will have doses for 5 million people by the end of this year if it's approved by regulators.
One small jab for man is the headline in the Daily Mail, which says scientists have hailed this giant leap for humanity. They're reporting that the dramatic announcement of the first effective COVID vaccine could see life return to normal by spring.
The Daily Telegraph reports the NHS has plans to create 1,500 vaccination sites within weeks in anticipation of the rollout of the vaccine. And it's got a little graph there of who gets it first. The priority list, it is.
Yeah, and we'll take you through some of that, some of the various details around the vaccine this morning. And also, The Crown. I know many of you are big fans of the Crown series. I think series 4 we're up to now. The historical drama about the royal family starts on Sunday, and the BBC Arts editor Will Gompertz has awarded it 4 out of 5 stars. Lots to talk about Gillian Anderson, who plays Margaret Thatcher. Some people are giving her amazing reviews, and other people say it's not quite up to scratch. I'm looking forward to seeing what it is. Oh,
I'm just looking forward to it, aren't you?
Yeah.
Should we look at that? Look, there's the little graphic that tells you who, at this point, who is designed to get the jab first. Starts with older adults and residents in a care home and care home workers as well. And then it basically goes down in age group to all of those over 50. And then it's the rest of the population. Priority, as it says, to be determined.
Right, here's a question for you. I mean, I know it's not that important in the grand scheme of things, but the German company with Pfizer who've developed this vaccine, because the Prime Minister called them BioNTech yesterday, and lots of other people are calling them BioNTech.
Or BioNTech.
BioNTech as well.
So which is it?
Whatever you call them, this is the couple behind it all. There's a big pull out in the Daily Mail saying the couple who saved the world. Let me tell you their names. Is Ugur Sahin and his wife, I believe you pronounce it, Özlem. These are the two people behind BioNTech, or BioNTech, whatever you'd like to say. And essentially, they've poured 10 months of their life into this. And they are set to make an awful lot of money out of it. They reckon they're going to be worth about 3 billion quid by the end of it all. But even on their wedding day, would you be?
3 billion.
3 billion, yeah. Even on their wedding day, they spent time in the lab. So they are dedicated and devoted to their research. And along with Pfizer, they've developed this vaccine. So very, very impressive. And there's obviously all sorts of other vaccines being developed around the world at the same time.
This is an amazing story about... So it's a helicopter and it's carrying a donor heart. It crash-landed on the roof of a hospital in Los Angeles, and you can see the helicopter on its side. People were very worried it was going to fall off the side of that. And then they had to cut their way into the helicopter to retrieve this heart because the person needing the heart was waiting. It was then given to a medic who then slipped on debris from the helicopter. And it all ends well.
Drama.
It all ended well. So the pilot had minor injuries. 2 people on board had reported no injuries. And the heart was successfully was taken to the person who needed it. Isn't that amazing?
You would never, if you tried to write that for some sort of medical drama, they'd never believe you. Helicopter crashes, doctor drops heart. Got one little cute picture to finish off with. OK, this is one of the entries in the Ocean Photography Awards 2020. Would you like to see some hugging penguins? Oh, come on, have a look at these 2 little fellas. Come on, look at them. This is in Melbourne in Australia. Having a little cuddle.
It's really sweet, actually.
On a rock.
19, that's just a 2 up this morning. So we didn't have already good news.
Not social distancing, those penguins.
They're in a bubble. 19 minutes past 6. They are also penguins.
Not 1, but 2 railway bridges in South London have made it to the most bashed list in Britain after being struck repeatedly by lorries in the last year. This bridge on Thurlow Park Road in Tulse Hill was struck 14 times. Another bridge on Lower Downs Road in Wimbledon was hit 11 times.